Alrighty, what is going on, guys? Okay, we gotta talk about all the craziness going on with Iran right now in the US and Israel right now. Now, before we get into it, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to drop a comment. It really pushes out the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Now, again, like I've been saying, I've been pushing my Discord. We've been killing it, we've been crushing it in here. We call these Palantir calls literally right before close, and actually it worked out really well because the whole thing with Iran right now, this Palantir is basically a defense stock, and this stock is up in after hours. Okay, so I mean, if this holds, this is going to be up $600, $700, $800. It's going to be insane. Okay, now the link is into the description if you want to join my Discord, and yeah, come check it out. Now let's get into the video. Now, again, these are just kind of my thoughts. I'm going to make this a quick video. These are kind of my thoughts of the markets right now. Now, like I said, we got to talk about what's going on. So, on Saturday morning at around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, basically the U.S. launched an attack on Israel. I mean, sorry, on Iran, on Israel, on Iran, and basically they killed the supreme. It was the U.S. and Israel. They killed the supreme leader of Iran, and at first markets did not like that. But I shouldn't say markets because markets weren't open, but crypto didn't like that. It dumped. It was at like 67,000, went all the way down to 63,000, something like that. And then once they found out that the supreme leader was killed, it pumped Bitcoin up to like basically right back to where it left off. Okay, so it was crazy to just see all that happen. And now there's talks of Iran retaliating against the U.S. And Trump put out a tweet saying, "Hey, if you do that, you better not do that because it's going to be rough for you guys." Okay, so we're going to have to see what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks, in the next couple of days. Now, something I will say is that when there's conflicts like this, when there's war, usually it's a buying opportunity for the stock market. And I mean, we're gonna have to see tomorrow. I mean, we could come back down and test this level. We've been testing this range for weeks now. Okay, I mean, you see this is our support here at 675.83, and here's our resistance at 696. So we're going to have to see how Monday plays out. This is Sunday night when I'm recording this. We're going to have to see how everything plays out on Monday and the rest of the week. I mean, again, as you know, if you've been in the markets for any amount of time, you know that, I mean, one tweet could change something. Last year when we had Israel, they attacked Iran and then they retaliated. The market sank and then they pumped back up 2, 3, 4%, even past that. So again, war and conflicts like that are usually a good buying opportunity. Now, I will say I'm going to take out politics aside on this channel. I'm not really, siding with this or siding with that. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is what pertains to the stock market and what pertains to making our money. Okay, and what's making our money right now is if we go into a war, this conflict that we're in, this is going to present a buying opportunity, and this is what I will be telling my Discord. I've actually told my Discord, on Saturday morning, like, hey, this is a good buying opportunity. Now we're going to have to see how long this thing drags out. This could be days, it could be weeks, it could be months. We don't know right now, but again, this for me is a good buying opportunity. Nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own research. But again, for this week, what I will be watching for the most part, I mean, I'll be watching this like a hawk. Are we going to break this level here on SPY, or are we going to break above it? Now, again, as I see crypto dumping a little bit again, gold is going up, oil stocks like ExxonMobil, defense stocks are going up. I would say that tomorrow is probably going to be red, but again, we're going to have to see. Anything can change like that overnight. Okay, so this will be a buying opportunity for me this week. I will be watching these two levels. And if you're not in my Discord, check out my Discord because that's where I will be telling everybody, hey, this is what I'm getting in for long positions. Okay, so that's really it for the video. Just be careful out there. Like I said, I mean, there could be more downside. And if there is more downside, it's definitely a good opportunity, in my opinion, to add to your long-term positions. Okay, now short term, this could get ugly. We could come down here, we could break it, we could finally tap this what is this 200 SMA on the daily time frame, which is at 654. That's very possible. Okay, so good luck, best of luck to everybody, and we'll see you in the next video.